Hey guys, gals, everybody, all you wonderful people. This is Michael Winiger, CEO of Asante Organics. I'm going to ask Dominic to speak tonight. He didn't even know that. But I'll tell you why. Because we're excited. Because we outgrew our building and we're moving to a new building. We are going to have several product announcements in the next, I'd say, few weeks, right? Some new things, some some new things, a lot of new things. So we've been working really hard behind the scenes on some new formulas, and you guys are going to hear all about that and some additions to our formulas, and that's awesome. So we got a lot of good things happening here at Asante Organics. And Asante Organics, the largest USDA certified organic superstore in the world, in the world. And we let you have it. You get to own it. And all you got to do is now get out there and share it. And you couldn't share it at a better time. Why? Because the world's going green with or without us. I can look over, you know, beyond the wash and I can say, look at that house over there. They got their solar. That's going green. Oh, we just pulled up in this electric car. Ooh, that's going green. Just built the house, so it must be green, sustainable housing. But nobody lives over there. And I don't live in here. I live in here. I live in right here. And so what I put in myself and on top of myself matters. It's so extremely important. It's so extremely important. And being that we have an unregulated system pretty much forever, and and now it's starting to get regulated. Think about that. Now they're starting to regulate everything. Why? Because it took 40 years to figure out why everybody's got health issues. And, when you live in what is supposed to be the most powerful place in the world, in a country, and then you got the sickest population in the world as a country. Well, there's some things going wrong, right? And now they're stepping up and starting to regulate this industry like crazy. And it's funny because I watch companies, whether they're inside of a home-based business or not, and every time something happens, and well, you can't do that anymore, you can't have that in there. I'm watching these companies lose products. They lose them. And now I'm watching companies trying to, like beat the next announcement. So, an example of was last week when, Walmart and it was Walmart and who else? It was Walmart and Sam's Club said, that's it. We're not going to allow any more products on our shelves and they mentioned 40 different things. Well, why did they mention these 40 things? Because they know what's coming and they want to make it look like, hey, we're concerned about the consumer. Well, let me tell you something. They weren't concerned about the consumer because if they were, they would have done this a long time ago. We've been doing it for 20 years, 21 years now. All 100% chemical free, 100% toxic free and certified organic. Imagine that community. It's getting huge. I'm telling you, I'm watching groups go crazy on on Facebook. I had a person call me up that found us through YouTube today. And it only took me 15 minutes to talk to this person, introduce them, give them a little tour to the back to the warehouse because we did a FaceTime. She's like, I'm all in. I'm all in. And I even if I wouldn't even talk to her, she was all in. Why? Because you know what? You think about everybody that you know, whether it's in your family or outside your family. You know anybody with a health issue? Yeah, everybody does, right? And you know what? Every single one is fixable. It's all fixable. But when you got companies just selling stuff and they don't even know what their stuff does because the owners aren't the formulators and they're just out there making things, what do you how do you expect for anybody to tell you how to use anything properly at that time? And it's not. So what we do here is we educate. We educate first, okay? Like tonight we're doing an educational piece. I mean, tonight we're talking about the business. Thursdays. We always do something, from an educational standpoint. And it's structured. And guess what? Soon the world's going to live like this. I can't stop it. Don't think you can stop it. So what do you want to do? You want to be a part of that growth and let it set you and your family up financially for the rest of their lives, your life too. Or do you want to just go, wow, I missed that one? You want to do that, right? And we're talking about products. We're talking about commodities, things that people use every single day. We're talking about just not, yes, we're 100% chemical free. Yes, we're 100% toxic free. Yes, we're USDA certified organic and well crafted. Everything plants. But the products have been nominated for a Nobel Prize in gut health. 21 International Greenpeace Awards for the ingredients that we're using in the skincare and the home care, right? Been all over media. Access Hollywood, Entertainment Tonight, Extra TV, Good Morning America, The Today Show, The Doctors, Elle, Vogue, Us Weekly, Star Magazine, Women's World. We could go on and on and on, and we could, right? And then, having this, according to the NBC network, having the strongest alkalizing products in the world since 2012. Why? Because no company in the world knows how to put a negative 750 megahertz charge on their products. And we do. And that's what makes them work so well. So well that they're in the leading research centers around the world, used as the healing protocol. And then once a person goes outside the country and gets granted full permanent recovery, then that's what they'd have to, that's their post protocol paperwork. That's what they have to do. They have to do what we're doing here for the rest of their lives if they want to keep, this at bay and be really extremely healthy. And you get to be the first guys to go out there and yell it at the rooftops. That's huge. Tammy, join
What's
us.
up, everybody?
Talk to us. You know why. You don't have to be here a long time to
Of
know
course, I
why.
know why.
All
Yeah, I don't have
right.
to be here a long time. All these
This is
companies.
Tammy.
Yes, this is Tammy. What's up, everybody? These products are fabulous. I mean, good grief, alkalizing your body. I mean, come on now. Like, I am feeling so good. The B tabs are giving me more energy. My gut is feeling better. I mean, I just can't say enough good. I haven't even been doing it long, and I can already tell a major difference. The enzymes I'm taking when I eat with the probiotic, and my gut is feeling so much better. So I am incredibly impressed with these products, and I cannot say enough good about them.
And let me tell you, Tammy's got some experience in this place too. I'm telling you, she knows what she's doing. So thank you so much. And you know what? Before I look for anybody else, because they're all hanging out and losing service and everything like that, I know somebody who can tell you. I know the guy. I know this guy. I've been around him for my entire life almost, right? So our president, Dr. JJ, is not only going to tell you about why, but he's also going to tell you about, oh my gosh, how can you capitalize? I mean, we got a compensation plan that's second to none because nobody's ever done one thing in this component that is so simple to do. And you know what? We think like the people. We've been in this industry, my brother and I, for 40 years. And this is how we want to be, you know, um, how we would like to see people treated and how we would want to be treated. So what did we do? We put that whole thing together like that. And to talk to you a little bit about it is Dr. JJ Levine.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tammy. Your energy is infectious. I love that you are here. Now, a little bit about myself. I have been in the industry for many years, 3 decades now. Now, I was a distributor for a billion-dollar brand, and then I was a distributor for a startup and made a fortune. I was at the right place at the right time. But I'm going to tell you something. I've been here on the corporate side of things now for 14 years. And what I learned in all those years is that if you want a home, and I mean that word sincerely, if you want a home, there's got to be a couple of components. There has to be a couple of components. First thing is you want to look out for the here today, gone tomorrow, flash of the pan, hype, 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 no substance. You're going to see 5 of those in the next couple of months, and then there's going to be 5 more after that. They go fast, they die quickly, and unfortunately burn a lot of people. And I know there's a lot of experts on this call, and some of you may have been there. I've been there. What I'm going to tell you is you want to look for a solid company that has a couple of things. First and foremost, the most important litmus test is this. It's more important than money. You want to ask yourself if the products that you're representing, you're selling, the company has, if there was zero compensation plan, would you keep buying those products? And only you can answer that question. And I can tell you confidently with the companies I've been with in the past, the answer is no. Santé Organics is a totally different situation. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia says yes. These products here at Santé Organics are organic, toxic-free, whole food. You heard about the ionic charge. Everything we do from the inside out and the outside in is based on alkalizing, helping your body obtain and maintain a proper pH level. I'm spoiled for life. If Michael was to fire me, I'd still have to get these products somehow. These are the best products. And the great news is you're going to fall in love with these products just like Tammy, just like Alicia, just like Ron, just like everybody else. And as you share these products, you can have full confidence knowing that you're not going to get any problems from your people, your customers, your distributors, your friends, your family. Why? Because one, the products are guaranteed to work, guaranteed that your customers, your consumers are going to love these products as well, if not better than what they've been using their whole life. And the ingredients are rock solid. You're never going to have to make an excuse for the ingredients. And we're dealing with an educated public. We see what's going on in the United States. Michael talked about it, that companies are now going to pretend that they're all about your health because they're about to be forced to make the change. And it's less expensive for them to start making the change now before they're forced to do it. Well, guess what? We've been doing this for 21 years. We've been preaching this for over 3 decades. So these products are truly ahead of everybody else. We're leading the pack. And then from a compensation plan perspective, you're not going to ever have to worry again. Raise your hand or put it in the chat if you've ever been in a company where they've changed the rules or they've changed the compensation plan. I was in a company that didn't change the compensation plan once. Ron says yes. I was in a company that didn't change it once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, 5 times. And I had our corporate meeting today with Michael and Daniel and others. One of the things that Daniel brought up, and it's so true, it was true 30 years ago and it's true today. Want to kill your company? Start messing with people's checks. When I first became part of Asante Organics, and for you pros that are on this call, or people that you found Asante right out of the gate, God bless you. Remember this. When I first became part of Asante on the corporate side of things 14 years ago, I had people say, wow, organic and toxic free, this is amazing. And then when they heard about the comp plan, they said, are you kidding me? This is like the greatest comp plan I've ever heard of. It sounds impossible. I don't even see how the numbers work. Yeah, I know what's going to happen. A year or 2 down the road, they're going to change it. Compensation plans have never changed. We've never changed the rules. If anything, we just made it sweeter with our Easy Order Rewards program. Didn't touch the compensation plan, but we're offering you a 50% coupon on the most expensive products, any product you want in our catalog every single month. And what does that mean to you? That incentive means that the people that are going to build this business with you, that you're going to lock arms with, they have an incentive to stay on an easy order. You don't have to be on an auto ship or an easy order, but we have a great incentive. So I mentioned the compensation plan. I'm going to talk about 2 out of the 6 that are super exciting that nobody else in the industry does. Now, I want you to know the other 4 are equally as exciting, but the 2 I want to talk about today is the Endless Team Bonus first, and then the 100% check match. The Endless Team Bonus is this. You are going to build 2 teams. Notice I didn't say 3 teams. I didn't say 5, or one of the companies I was in where I had to spin 15 plates. I had to build 15 legs. And I'm going to tell you what, that's hard. Here, you build 2 teams, a left team and a right team. And when I say build, this is about sharing. You're going to hear Daniel talk about this in a bit. Sharing. You're going to educate people. And once people have been educated that they can have toxic-free, chemical-free, organic certified products that are guaranteed to work better than anything they've ever grown up with. They're spoiled for life. So you're going to build two teams of consumers, customers, and distributors. And people are going to be ordering, they're going to be just organically telling people about this, and they're going to enroll customers and distributors and so on and so forth. And you can see how this type of thing grows. Well, we want you to get paid 10% of all of that volume below you, infinitely deep. Now, I know there's other companies that say, oh, we pay you to unlimited levels of depth. But then you read the small print. They talk about, well, we'll pay you up to this much. And you've got to jump through these hoops or hurdles to get paid that. And, let's ignore that we're going to change the rules. We don't do that here. You just keep building and building and building. And we never, ever are going to flush your strong leg, your power leg volume until you get paid on it. That's unheard of in the industry. So a true business that you can enroll just a couple of people who enroll a couple of people, who enroll a couple of people. Before you know it, you're sitting atop an organization of thousands of people. And I want you to think about this. What did you do today? I mean, it's the evening time pretty much anywhere. Well, we've got people that are across the ocean that are watching this too, but maybe you're seeing this on a replay. What did you do today? And if you were to sit down and write down all the things you did today for you, I guarantee that every single person you know did those same things. They brushed their teeth, washed their body, they wore clothes that were clean, their house is clean with cleaning products. Maybe they've taken some nutritional products, maybe they're using essential oils, et cetera, et cetera. We all do the same things. How'd you like to get a piece of every time somebody does that on your team below you? That's the endless team bonus. And here's the best part. We've got a 100% check match that nobody has ever done in the industry. And this is why when people hear this compensation plan, they say, oh, that's nice, but they're going to change this. We've never changed it. When you enroll people, they're going to enroll as either a retail customer, a wholesale customer, or like you, they want to get a piece of this next trillion-dollar juggernaut. And if they become a distributor, they want a piece of that pie. And they start getting an endless team bonus. You know, those two teams, the 10%, you enrolled them. You can match their check up to 100%. And that's true. So if you enroll one of these pros, and we've got pros on this call right now that are tired of the games, tired of the comp plans changing, tired of the products loaded with caffeine and sucralose and just garbage. When you bring some of these pros on, and you know it in the industry, we know them, they earn $5,000 a week, $20,000 a week, $100,000 a week or more, and you enroll them, you can match their check up to 100%. Nothing taken away from them, but you match their check. So you're literally, I like to tell people this, 2 people away from a high 6-figure residual passive income. And that should keep you up tonight. It really should. You help people get a big check, you match their check. It's as simple as that. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to our founder and CEO, Michael Weniger. And as we've said, next few weeks are going to be really exciting for this company. Now's the time to build. Thank you, Michael.
All right. Well, I did find out they're having storms down in Florida. So Dominic kind of got booted off the internet, but that's okay. And guess what? We are, I think I've mentioned this in the beginning, we are also moving buildings. So in a few weeks, you'll be able to see the new place. And that's awesome. But you know what? Timing, positioning, it's huge. And you know what? Don't lose out. You know, they say that your chance to get in front of an actual way of life before it becomes a way of life might happen twice, maybe twice, sometimes only once, and maybe sometimes not at all. Well, you really have a situation here. And, you know, when you really sit back and think about it, you either really understand it or you don't. But to make you understand where it is and how it works, I'm going to introduce my brother Daniel, and he'll get deep into that. So, Daniel.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to keep it really simple tonight because it is really simple. From a business standpoint, look, the world is going green with or without you. So at the end of the day, you have 2 choices. You can sit back and watch it go green, or you truly can make a lot of green from it going green. And I often tell people that Asante Organics offers a once in a lifetime business opportunity. And people say, well, Daniel, that's a pretty bold statement to make. I said, well, let me back it up. The world's going green once. You get one shot at becoming rich, retired, and wealthy from the green movement. Once the world has gone green, it's too late. All the millionaires have been made from the green movement. You see, only approximately 9% of the world is green right now. It's a beautiful thing for everyone on this Zoom from a business standpoint, and a terrible thing for 91% of the people around the world. And the reason they're not using these products, the 91%, is just one reason. It's simple. Just lack of education. They don't know that the bottles in their shampoo and on their counters are full of not 10 or 20, but hundreds of chemicals. And not chemicals linked to skin or eye irritation, but chemicals linked to serious disease and illness, like liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, reproductive problems in females, cancer. I can go on and on and on. Because the facts of the matter are, in 1936, our government granted self-regulation to the personal care industry. As crazy as it sounds, nobody regulates your personal care products. Well, Daniel, the FDA, I said, time out. The FDA regulates food and drug, and they do a horrible job at that. Now, why would they do that? Because it's one of the largest industries in the world. I think approximately $11 trillion a year. Because think about it. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. It doesn't matter if you're in Asia, if you're in Europe, if you're in Canada, the States. 9 out of 10 people wake up every day, they stretch, yawn, they get in the shower and they flip it on, they do their thing. They don't think about, shower gel, shampoo, conditioner, lotion, toothpaste, ancillary products, a fancy word for saying products people use every single day without thinking about it, your personal care products. Every time someone's taking a shower, you're making money. Now, we're much more than that at Asante Organics. We have an incredible nutritional line. We have, skin care and weight loss and essential oils. But at the end of the day, 9 out of 10 people wake up every morning and they use these products. They take their shower, they put their lotion on when they get out, they go to the sink, they brush their teeth, put their deodorant on. So you got Forbes magazine and business journals around the world calling the green movement the next paradigm shift in life. So let's talk about that for a moment, because it's absolutely huge. Because most human beings will only experience 1 to 2 paradigm shifts in a lifetime. To show you how rare they are, the last one you could have got involved with was back in 1982, early 80s. Mr. Jobs creates the computer, Mr. Gates creates software, and the internet's born. Now, I can guarantee you, if you were first online in the 80s selling anything, from toothpicks to baseball caps to wristwatches to picture frames, I don't care, you name it, you are a multimillionaire today. I tell people, go online now and open up your store, your website, selling whatever your heart desires, and see if you become a multimillionaire. And I'd say your chances are slim to none, because there's hundreds or maybe even thousands of websites out there already selling what you're trying to sell, unless you're an inventor and you created something that doesn't exist, right? So I always teach people all day long, let this sink in. If you can get involved in a way of life before it becomes a way of life, you're rich, you're a wealthy individual. Let me tell you about the power of a paradigm shift. In 1982, I was 18 years old. A $400 investment in Microsoft stock would yield you approximately $40 million today. Let me tell you something. If I would have known that this creature here, this laptop on my desk, was going to be a way of life, I could have scratched up $400 and I wouldn't even be on this call right now. But that's okay. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Here's the beautiful thing. They project the green movement to create more millionaires than the internet did, because this is going to be a way of life, just like the computer is a way of life. I don't know one company anywhere in the world still using typewriters. Think about that. Nope. Well, once people are educated, they're not using those products in their house, in their shower, on their countertops, because at the end of the day, this business is so simple. It's as simple as A and B. A are all the products currently in your home right now, maybe not people on here, but for 91% of the people in the world, it is. Here's A, all the products currently in your shower, on your countertops, loaded with hundreds of chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. And here's B, those same exact products made with all plant-based, with ingredients that are proven to nourish and heal your body put in it. What do you want to use on you and your family? I never had one person say, oh, Daniel, A, the ones with the chemicals linked to, liver and kidney problems, Alzheimer's, dementia. No, no. And once you know, you can't unknow. So as we all know, there's a lot of shiny pennies out there, right? Magic lotions, potions, pills, powders, patches. First of all, you have to be a pretty good salesperson to get me to try your magic lotion, potion, pill, patch, whatever it may be. Now, if you want true residual income for life, I have to stay on that for the rest of my life. And what are those chances? But what are the chances of people taking a shower every morning? Pretty darn good. And one of the most beautiful things about this business opportunity, and I don't know another one like it, is there's no selling. We do not sell anything here. We educate people on the products that they buy every single month, they use every single day on them and their loved ones. And once they know what we know, 9 out of 10 are shocked and appalled that our government even allows this, and they're not using them anymore. So, timing and positioning are crucial when creating massive wealth. What I mean by that is timing. Everyone on this Zoom here in the company early in the beginning, because in our industry, the masses fall underneath you, whether you like it or not, in a very small database. In front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. Again, you don't want to get involved when it's not, the world's 90% green. It's too late. It's 9% green right now. And positioning, the company being positioned in front of a way of life. So a lot of my friends that are very wealthy, it was timing. It was a timing thing. Well, the timing is right. The world's going green. Like I said earlier, with or without you. People are getting educated. And once they're educated and you know what we know, how can you use products with parabens and phenoxyethanols and butylene glycols and PEGs, right? I mean, like the serious, serious disease and illness. So we have a wonderful opportunity here. I'm always here to help. I think I hit on all cylinders. It's just a really simple business because don't complicate it. It's strictly a numbers game when it comes to making money. Who makes the most money at Asante Organics? I'll tell you who makes the most money. The person who shares Asante Organics with the most people every single day. Okay? Myself and Tammy joined today, same day, giving you an example. Now, I'm sharing it with 5 people a day, and Tammy's sharing it with 10 people a day. At the end of the month, Tammy's check is going to be twice the amount of mine because she shared it with twice as many people. She got twice as many yeses and twice as many yos, twice as many customers, twice as many distributors. 6 months from now, Tammy's check is going to be double what mine is because she shared it with twice as many people every day. So the key to making money in this industry is strictly numbers. Most people get it. Again, you're not trying to talk them into some magic lotion, potion, pill, powder, patch. No, you're going to educate them about the products they're currently using, give them a couple websites that will go and do all the work for you that we provide for you. And most of them are going to come back and you're going to get a call, or next time you see them, you go, geez, thank you, Daniel. I didn't have a clue. I thought you may be trying to just sell me some of your products there, but wow, after watching those videos and doing a little homework, I was shocked to learn about the chemicals in my personal care products that are linked to very, very horrific disease and illness. Well, now there's a company that makes them all 100% chemical free, toxic free, and organic. Again, ingredients that nourish and heal the body when put into it versus chemicals linked to serious disease and illness. So with that being said, I think I'll throw it back to Michael, and I want to thank everybody for being on the Zoom tonight. If you need any help, my extension is 103. I set Tuesdays and Thursdays aside just to work with the field. I'll do 3-way calls with you. If you have a new prospect and you're not quite comfortable yet, I'll do training calls. If you want to do a, let's say, alkalizing call with your team, whatever I can help you with, I'm here to help. And so is Dr. JJ and Michael. So thank you for your time.
Getting paid to shop and earning cash back on all your online purchases, converting what you're already spending and you're already buying, but you're going to convert that into earnings. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And being in a small database, a company with stability in front of a way of life before it becomes a way of life. Wow. That's huge. And, I'm going to leave you with something that was told to me and a year ago, and it made a lot of sense. And I heard this when I was at one of the research centers that we supply for. They said, look, at the end of the day, before you get down on your knees and wear out the carpet, saying your prayers, thanking the good Lord for your family and his air, his breath in your lungs, your heartbeat, all your blessings, you got to think about something. What did you put in here? And what did you put on top of here? Because that's what matters. At the end of the day, that's what it matters, because that's where you live. So, one of two things happened. So you think tonight and you go, what did I put inside of me? What did I put on top of me today? Because no matter how small or how large you did anything, inside and on top, you've only done one of two things. One, you participated in your life. Or two, you participated in your death. And it's just that simple. And you get to choose. Taking care of your health. I can't emphasize this more. Taking care of your health is your responsibility. And it isn't that prevention is the key. No, no, no. Prevention is everything. So get out there. Tell everybody, because they will find out. And imagine what you can make here. Don't wish for it. Work for it. So with that being said, God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your businesses. And we're humbled and thankful and grateful that you joined us tonight. And remember, like always, next week, 5, it's all it takes. Bring 5 guests to this. Can you bring 5 people in a week? If you're working your business, you can. Bring 5 people next week, get $100 cash immediately or $150 in product. That's simple. Who's it going to be? All right, we'll see you guys on Thursday with a good product training, and keep your eyes on getting our private community on Facebook, which is the Asante Difference. That's where some hardcore training's in. And follow us, because you'll see us again, another broadcast. Thank you for joining us. God bless and good night.